Oh, how are we, lad?
Let's go. Is that a rabbit's cup I see, mate? How good.
Well, my Xbox controller doesn't want to turn off, so I'm just going to turn the Xbox off. All right, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to another rankings video. Tonight I am joined by up-and-coming rugby league YouTuber CJ Moxley. CJ, mate, thanks for coming on the show tonight. I really
Cheers
appreciate
for having me on tonight, mate. Appreciate it.
It's good to have you on, mate. We're going to be ranking NRL hookers from the 2021 NRL season. Before I do, just want to show you guys this. Got myself a microphone for this channel, all ready to go. I know it's different, but I needed to update a few things on the channel, and I think purchasing a microphone is probably a good thing for the channel. So got myself a microphone. You guys can let me know how the sound is with the microphone in the live chat. Let me know if it's too loud. I can just sit it down, but let me know. CJ, how is the sound from your end, mate?
Yeah, I think it's good. I like it a lot.
It's good. It's not echoing. It's not ridiculous, is it?
It's perfect.
All right. Well, got myself a little microphone, lads, so it's good to have some new pieces to the channel. Shout out to the chat. I'm just having a good read of the chat at the moment. So what we're going to be doing tonight, we're going to be ranking NRL hookers from the 2021 NRL season. As you can see on the categories, lads, we got elite, quality, does the job, not that great, and terrible. CJ, mate, are you excited for this, mate? I reckon we should just get straight into it.
I'm pumped, mate. I've been anticipating it since I got back, so really keen.
Well, I reckon we should just get into it. In case you guys don't know what I'm holding a microphone. I purchased a nice little microphone from Harvey Norman. So to make the channel a bit more professional, I'm going to be getting a new camera very soon. I'm going to be getting a connection, so I'm going to have a room downstairs where I'm going to set up for my whole new YouTube place where I'll be doing my videos and live streams. So that won't be done for a while yet, but once I get that done, it should be very good. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like the video. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. PayPal is in the description below, plus the super chat is also there. But CJ, mate, let's get into it, bro.
Let's go.
Righto. Well, let's get into it. So we're going to rank the first hooker. Let's start off with a bang, mate. Your boys, the Bunnies, Damien Cook. Where would you rank the Rabbitohs number 9 and New South Wales number 9? Damien Cook, mate.
Based on this year's form, I'm going to have to go with does the job. I don't think he was too good this year, mate. I think he had a very quiet year until the back end. Obviously, he connects with the spine well, but I think he has a lot more potential than he did this year. I really think he didn't really spark until the back end of the season during finals. And, yeah, honestly, I don't think he really deserved to be the New South Wales number 9 this year. He's a lot more better than this. He just does the job. He hasn't been too good. He hasn't been too bad this year. I think he just gets the job done.
I think everyone who watches this channel every week and every day would know, I believe Damien Cook had a backwards type season. I don't think he was at his best. I think he's a quality player. I think he's had a very good career. But if I'm being completely honest, and we are running it off this season, I think Damien Cook was very disappointing compared to other years. He didn't run the balls much from dummy half as he could have. And CJ, mate, I know you're a Rabbitohs fan and you want to put Damien Cook higher, but I agree, mate. I think does the job for Damien Cook's probably the right spot.
I think he's been our most disappointing player this year in terms of form and where he
probably has. I mean, if you look at the Rabbitohs, Latrell, Walker, Reynolds, all these sort of players.
There's the weak link in our spine.
Cook's been disappointing. So Damien Cook's going to go in the does the job section for now. Well, let's go to another hooker now. Let's go to the Warriors. Wade Egan. Now, I don't think Wade Egan's too bad, personally. Wade Egan's a better player than I thought he was. But I don't think he's amazing or anything. Where would you put Wade Egan? I think he goes in not that great.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you. He goes in not that great. when we talk about the Warriors, everyone says, "Oh, we need to recognize Hooker, a better hooker." Obviously, Wade Egan's not doing much of a job in the spine. When you got a spine of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck / Reece Walsh, Chanel Harris-Tavita, and Cody Nicarimo or Sean O'Sullivan, Wade Egan just doesn't connect with him at all, and it's just I just don't think he's not that great of a hooker this year. I think Warriors need a much more better hooker. Wade Egan's not providing anything to the team, in my opinion, and he's not that great. That's all I can say, mate.
I'm just gonna sit the microphone down here.
Yep.
If it cuts out a little bit, then I can just hold it again. There's no issue there. But we're just gonna sit the little microphone just here. Yeah, Wade Egan. Interesting, because I think he's not that great either, but I don't think he's terrible. Like I don't think he's a bad hooker. He's definitely improved.
I think he had a great start to the year, especially that round 2 game against Newcastle.
He did. He did some good things for the Warriors, but he just wasn't consistent enough for me, man. So I think Wade Egan's going to go and not that great, man. But he definitely is improving there's no doubt about it. All right, let's go to the Bulldogs. Now on the screen, I think it's Jeremy Marshall-King, but we're going to use that as Sione Katoa. Sione Katoa played hooker for the Bulldogs more times than Jeremy Marshall-King did this year. Where would you rank Sione Katoa from the Dogs?
Might be a bit controversial, but I think it was terrible, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
He was complete, utterly dog shit this year, done nothing at all, and he literally did nothing for the Bulldogs whatsoever. I think he was the worst hooker this year.
Yeah, I think he was as well. I don't know what Sione Katoa provides that the Bulldogs need. Man, I don't know. There's just something about him. It doesn't click for me, man. Sione Katoa, on his day, he can do some really good things, man, but he's just not good enough. It's not an NRL standard hooker for me. I think he's a New South Wales Cup hooker at best for mine. So Sione Katoa is going in terrible. I wish him all the best, and I hope he comes out next year and has a big year, but we're going to put him in the terrible section, unfortunately, for Sione Katoa. All right, let's move on to let's go to the Manly hooker. Now, I believe it's Manesi Faunu on the screen. We're going to use that as Lachlan Croker. Where would you have Lachlan Croker?
Oh, Lachlan Croker, I think does the job. I think obviously this year he was a part of like a rejuvenated Manly side after round 4 and that. But I think it really comes down to, Tom Trbojevic, Cherry Evans and Foran in the spine. I don't think Lachlan Croker did. He did good this year. I just don't think he did enough to be in front of does the job. I think that he's a great hooker. He's in my top 10 hookers, but I just think he does the job. But he has surprised a lot of people this year. He's been better than last year for sure.
I think this is the first one that we're going to disagree on. I think Lachlan Croker is going to be in the not that great section for me, man. Look, I know Manly were outstanding. They made the top 4. I understand. I know he was awesome. But look, man, he doesn't offer anything for Manly. He doesn't offer nothing except defense. His attack is terrible. Doesn't run the ball. Turbo, DCE, and Foran make Lachlan Croker look like $1 million. I wish Lachlan Croker all the best, man. But for me, he goes behind Wade Egan. I would have Wade Egan over Lachlan Croker. I know some people might not agree with that, but I think Wade Egan's better than Lachlan Croker. I don't see what Lachlan Croker does that makes people excited about him. He doesn't offer anything. And you go back to that preliminary final against South Sydney. He didn't do anything in that game. He looked like a fucking statue.
Yeah, so, I didn't see him run the ball.
I think he's going and not that great. So you reckon does the job?
Yeah, I think what it really comes down to, like you said earlier, was, Trbojevic, Cherry Evans and Foran. But I think he has potential to be a good hooker, but this year...
Here's the thing.
I think he's improved.
You put Lachlan Croker on the Dogs. You put Lachlan Croker on the Dragons. You put Lachlan Croker on the Tigers. How does he go? He's the same as Wade Egan. He's the same as Jacob Little. He doesn't.
Like I said, I think it really revolves around the spine. I think without Turbo, he probably would have been shit, honestly. But
he was dog shit. Go back to the first 4 rounds when Turbo wasn't there. He looked like dog shit. So I reckon we should put him in not that great for now, but we can always
enough.
change it. We can always change it later.
Fair
But
enough.
I'm putting him in not that great, man. I'm not a fan of him. I don't think he's great at all. I think he's probably he's a better half because he's not a hooker, in my opinion. But anyway, we'll put him in. We'll put him there. We'll put him there for now. All right, let's go to the Storm now. Harry Grant's on the screen here, but we're going to use that as Brandon Smith.
Yep.
Brandon Smith played more games at hooker than Harry Grant did. Where would you have Brandon Smith?
I think Brandon Smith is elite.
He's done in the elite.
I think he's. I don't like the Storm, but he has been the best hooker all year, mate. Obviously, an integral part in that 19 in a row with the Storm. You know, his attack is great. He scored 11 tries a hooker this year, which is, you know, it's a big scoring tally, especially as a hooker. You know, for such a big body, you'd think he'd be something like a lock or something, or a prop. He's come out and he's just been so good for the Storm, and I reckon he's been the best hooker all year, and he deserves that spot over Harry Grant, in my opinion, and he's, elite for me.
To be honest, I think Brandon Smith's a complete arsehole. I can't stand the bloke. I don't like him one bit. I think he's a complete arsehole and comes off as a bit of a dead shit for me, but you can't deny his on-field play. He's a great player. He does a lot of dumbish things like flopping. You know that game against Manly, back end of the year where he made that flop in the line, which was pathetic. And look, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely the best hooker in the game right now. There's no doubt about it. So he's definitely going in the elite. But I think Brandon Smith is nothing but a cheese dead shit, to be honest. I don't like him. I think he's nothing but a cheese arsehole. And I hope he eats some 2-year-old cheese once or something. He's a fucking arsehole. But you can't deny his on-field talent, man. He's going in the elite, but I think he's a fucking...
And to take that role from Cameron Smith as well.
Well, Cameron Smith also came off as a bit of an arsehole, but Cameron Smith was unbelievable, as we know. But Brandon Smith's a fucking arsehole, but he's definitely going in the elite for me. All right, let's go to the Eels hooker, Reed Marnie. Now, Reed Marnie did have a lot of injuries this year, but he still played about 17, 18 games of football. Would have played Origin if it wasn't for the injury. Where would you rank Reed Marnie? I think he's going to get a good rating from us. What do you reckon?
Despite the injuries, I think he deserves the quality.
Me too.
So he was obviously going to be the Queensland number 9 until the Origin series. And I think he was probably, I reckon before the injury, he was probably top 3 best Eels players on the ground.
Best hooker in the game before he got injured.
And I reckon he's probably one of the most consistent hookers in the game. And without the injury, you just got to ask yourself, they could have beaten Penrith that night, I reckon.
Yeah. Mate, I said this at the start of the year, between round 1 and round 10. Reed Marnie was the best hooker in the game before he got injured, man. He was on fire. He was outstanding for the first quarter of the season, and then he got injured, and then he missed out on Origin due to injury. Quality player. I think quality is the right spot for Reed Marnie, man. We're going to put him in quality. I think that's the fair spot for Reed Marnie. He had a great year too, considering all the injuries he had. So he's going in the quality. And hey, who knows? If he was in that semi-final series, who knows how far Parramatta go? Maybe they go deeper.
They must retain Reed Marnie.
Who knows? Joey Lussick's off contract. No. He's gone to St. Helens, bro. He's gone off to St. Helens. All right. Let's go to the Cowboys. Reece Robson. I think Reece Robson's one of the most underrated hookers in the game. But where does he go?
I think he was probably one of the best Cowboys player this year. I'm gonna put Reece Robson at does the job at the moment. Yeah. I reckon if the Cowboys stayed in the 8 this year, he would have probably gone into that quality
he probably would have
realm. I think I do got to agree with you. I think he's probably the most underrated hooker in the game at the moment. I think he gets the sets rolling really well. You know, he's a good runner with it. He's good, ball pass serve and all that. But yeah, Reed Marnie, I think he's one of the most underrated.
Reed Marnie's in front of him, no doubt.
Oh, I meant to say Reece Robson. What am I saying? Reece Robson, I reckon either really high and does the job or really low in the quality section. I think we'll put Reece Robson
probably in does the job. He's close to quality. As we all know, the Cowboys had a putrid season. They look like dog shit. We all know how bad the Cowboys were, but I think he goes and does the job for now. Reece Robson definitely
Yeah,
getting better.
he was that shining light during the Cowboys.
He was
tough start.
he was very good in a really poor team.
Exactly.
Would you have Reece Robson in front of Damien Cook, or would you have him behind Damien Cook?
I'd have him just behind Damien Cook, I reckon.
Yeah, I probably would as well, but it's close.
Yeah, there's nothing, not too much in it.
He's very underrated, Reece Robson, man. Very underrated. All right, let's go to the Panthers.
Yep.
Api Coruscant. Where's Api Coruscant going, bro?
I think he's quality. I think he's a quality hooker. I reckon, obviously he played that game for New South Wales, but based on Penrith now, he's actually a 2-time premiership winning hooker now. So I think this year him, Cleary, and Luai and Edwards, it was a perfect spine combination. Coruscant played a big part in that role for the premiership. I actually think Coruscant is also really underrated.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, I think Coruscant deserves a quality section, and I think he's close to elite. There's not much in it, but people can argue if he's elite because I wouldn't disagree with him.
I want to put him in the elite. I think he goes in the elite. I think he does. I think he's the second best hooker in the game at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
He's a fucking gun. Coruscant, obviously, he's had off-field issues, and so has Brendan Smith, but you can't deny his on-field performances this year. One of the best hookers in the game, man. Definitely in the elite for me. Needs to be in the elite. Obviously, Brendan Smith's in front of him, but Coruscant's not far away, so we'll put him in the elite, man. I think he deserves to be in that section.
I think it was a massive standout for Penrith this year.
He had a great season, there's no doubt about it. All right, let's go to the Sharks. Blake Brayley. Now, a bit like Reece Robson, I think Blake Brayley is a little bit underrated. Doesn't get the praises that you would think he would get. I think Blake Brayley is a very good young hooker. I think he probably goes and does the job, though.
He does, man. I agree with you. He does go and does the job.
Behind Robson for me.
Yeah, he'd be that behind Robson and Cook for sure. But the Sharks after that John Morris situation, I think Blake Brayley really developed his game this season, especially. He had a free flowing season. I think he was very good attack wise.
Yeah, he was.
And I really think, and I think he had a good running game actually. And he does the job. Whenever the Sharks game's on the line, I noticed that he really stands up for dunking, man. And I think he's underappreciated, like you said. I'll put him in does the job.
He deserves to be in does the job, man. He's a very solid player, and he's only young as well. I don't even think he's 25 yet. I think he's under 25.
Yeah, he's only going to get better.
He's only going to improve, man. So we'll put him in does the job. Let's go to the other Brayley brother now, Jaden Brayley. Now, I think Jaden Brayley's better than Blake Brayley, his brother. Not by a whole lot. Jaden Brayley had a very good year at Newcastle. I think Jaden Brayley and Reece Robson are probably the top two most underrated hookers in the game for mine. I think Jaden Brayley goes probably in front of Robson or just behind him, or maybe even in front of Damien Cook. What do you reckon?
I reckon he goes in front of Robson. I highly rate Jaden Brayley. I was actually close to putting him in quality, man. I really rate this kid. I think coming through Newcastle now is going to be a big part of their season in 2022 if he doesn't get injured, of course. And he's a bit of a big body as well.
He is.
Not like Brandon Smith, but you know what I mean. And I really like Jaden Brayley. I think just like Reece Robson, he's a hooker that doesn't get talked about much when they should. And I think since moving from Cronulla to Newcastle, he's definitely been a better player. And I really rate Jaden Brayley.
Well, one of them had to move from each other because you can't fit both hookers in the same club. So I'm glad Jaden moved on. But I think they're both very good players, the Bradley brothers. Jaden Bradley, I would be tempted to put him in front of Damien Cook, but I'm going to leave him there for now. We can change it after. But we're going to put him right there, man. Very, very good player. So we'll put him just behind Damien Cook. Let's go to the Tigers. Jacob Little. Now, I don't know about you, CJ, man, but Jacob Little for mine, he did some really good things for the Tigers in attack. He scored a few tries here and there this year, but I don't think he's that great of a player just yet. I think he's going to go and not that great.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that right there. I'm putting you not that great, but I reckon it comes down to him playing with the Tigers. I think if he was in a better system, he'd go to does the job. Obviously, he's in a bit of a weak spine at the moment. You know, he has to combine with, Brooks and whoever the other bloody half is, changes nearly every week. But Jacob Little, I think he's a solid young player coming through. There's big raps on him. Canberra Raiders are interested in him now, so I reckon, like you said, his attack's been good.
His defense is bad, man.
Yeah, but his defense is horrible. I'll put him in not that great, but there's not much in it between does the job and not that great. But I'd probably put him just behind Egan and Croker and not that great.
The amount of times I saw Jacob Little this year get smashed by a forward and get left behind was unbelievable. So, he does run the ball from dummy half. He loves that play. When the Tigers are on the attack, 5-10 minutes out, he loves that dummy half play where he just dummies and goes for the line. He loves that play a lot. His defense is ordinary as, man. But would you put him in front of Croker? That's an interesting one. I think I'd put him behind Croker, maybe. Maybe behind Croker for now. It's close. But we'll put him there. Not that great for Jacob Little. All right, we've got 5 more to go. Let's go to the Gold Coast. Let's go to Mitch Rain.
Yep.
Yeah, you go first, mate. I don't even want to talk about the Gold Coast.
Is there any ranking under terrible?
I don't think so.
I think he was dog shit.
Really?
Yeah, I don't rate him. I think he had his games where he was there, but nah, man, I think it was terrible.
I think he had a shit year too. The Gold Coast probably need better than Mitch Rain. Mitch Rain for mine was terrible. But I don't know if I can put him in the same category as Sione Katoa.
Yeah, I see your point.
I think we should put him at the bottom end of not that great.
Yeah, I mean, he did have his games where he's like there, but I think what puts him in terrible for me is the inconsistency.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. With you on that. All right, we've got 4 more to go. Let's go to the Raiders. Josh Hodgson. Now, I'm a big, big fan of Josh Hodgson. Had a disappointing year for his standards, a bit like Damien Cook. Where would you have Josh Hodgson?
Yeah, like you said, he's probably one of the hookers that also went backwards this year. I think in 2019, you could arguably say that he's the best hooker behind Cameron Smith at the time. But
yeah, he was.
2021, I don't know what happened with the Raiders in general, but Josh Hodgson is just one of those players that dropped off in form. I'd put him in does the job because, he wasn't that great this year, but he still, when the Raiders, would win games, he was a bit of a big part in that. So I put him in does the job, probably just in front of Brayley, I reckon.
Which Brayley?
Blake.
Oh, so you think behind Robson?
Yeah, man. Because
me too. Me too.
It's not Josh Hodgson. It's more so like he had nothing to work with this year.
No, he didn't at all. I mean, Chance Nickel-Klokstad got injured. George Williams left.
Jack Whiten was dog shit.
Jack Whiten had a disappointing year.
Jared Croker was injured. He had nothing to work with.
Jared Croker, he should just retire, to be honest. But, yeah,
now
he had a poor year, man. Josh Hodgson had a poor year for his standards, man. And we'll put him in there. I'll put him just behind Reece Robson, man. All right, let's go to the Broncos. Jake Turpin. I'm not a big fan of Jake Turpin, but I'm trying to figure out where we're going to put him. What do you reckon about Jake Turpin?
I don't think he's too good, but I don't think he's too bad. Oh, it's a tough one. I'm tempted to put him in not that great.
I think so, bro.
But I'm gonna go with not that great. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go with not that great. He's had better years, man. Probably in front of just right where it is right now, I reckon.
I think behind Jacob Little, man. Jacob Little had a better year than he did.
He could have. He has potential, Jay Turpin, but like this year, he did nothing, man.
I don't believe in him one bit.
I think maybe Broncos need to go out and find a new experienced hooker, man, because
me too.
I think getting rid of McCulloch was very stupid of him, and now
McCulloch. That's exactly who we're about to get to now from the Dragons. Obviously, Cameron McGuinness is on the screen, and we're going to use that as Andrew McCulloch.
Yep.
Where would you put Andrew McCulloch? I thought he had a very good year at the Dragons.
I think he does.
The Dragons were good for a while, and then the barbecue happened. But I thought McCulloch had a very good year.
Yeah, for a so-called washed-up signing, I'd put him in does the job.
Yeah.
A lot of people criticize Andrew McCulloch coming into this year, saying that he's too washed up, too old. He made the most tackles all year. You got to give him credit. Got to give him credit to it. I really liked his attack and defense. I reckon. I think he was just. I don't think he was too good, but he got the job done for the Dragons, and it seemed like that hole left by Cameron McInnes wasn't as bad as we all thought. Andrew McCulloch provided that experience to the Dragons, made him a better side than people expected, and him and Ben Hunt this year probably been great.
Outstanding.
I'd put Andrew McCulloch and does the job.
Where?
I'd actually put him in front of Hodgson, mate.
Yeah, I think I would as well. I think so. I think that's a good spot for him. All right, and the final player, obviously it's Jake Friend on the screen, but we're going to use that as Sam Verrills from the Roosters. Sam Verrills played a fair bit of hooker this year with the Roosters due to Jake Friend's injury, and they had all sorts of players going out injured everywhere at the Roosters this year.
Yeah.
I know you're a Rabbitohs fan and you hate the Roosters' guts, and I understand. But where would you put Sam Verrills on this list?
Sam Verrills, well, look, like yourself, the Roosters' injuries and retirements, you got to put him in does the job to uphold everything that happened there this year and to still make it to the second week. And I hate them. I'm just saying what's factual. Sam Verrills is a really, I wouldn't say it was his best year, but he definitely stood up in a tough time for his club. And that game against the Titans, I reckon, in the finals week 1.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually all right. I'll put Sam Verrills and does the job. Probably in front of Hodgson as well, just because
I wouldn't do that.
Just because of what happened at the Roosters this year.
I think he goes probably behind Brayley and Hodgson. I don't think he had that good of a year. I think it was all right, though. I don't think it was terrible. I don't think it was not that great. I think it was better than Wade Egan was and Croker and a few others, but
I think next year he'll probably have a better year, I reckon, as much as that.
Well, the Roosters next year are going to be scary, as we all know. And I know you hate their guts, but look at their roster next year compared to a few other teams that are around that top 4, top 6, and then you're going, oh, fuck, they're back again. All right, so that's the list done. Now let's go through it. Do we need to make any changes? So we're going to start off. Brendan Smith, Abby Coruscant as the top 2. I think that's a fair call, bro.
Yeah, cool.
Reid Marnie goes into quality. I think that's right.
100%.
And then we've got Damien Cook and Jaden Brayley rounding out the top 5, which I think is probably about right for me. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I can see that. I'm just looking at I agree.
Then we've got Reece Robson, Andrew McCulloch, Josh Hodgson, Blake Brayley, and Sam Verrills. I think that's pretty
that's fair.
I don't think you can change a whole lot of that. Hang on, what's happened here? I've gone full screen. Stupid fucking computer. All right, here we go. We're back. All right. And not that great. We've got Wade Egan, Lachlan Croker, Jacob Little, Jake Turpin, and Mitch Rain. And then terrible, we've got Sione Katoa. Any
Not
other
that
changes
bro.
that you think need to be need to
I
be made?
think I'd actually put Croker in front of Egan, mate.
You think so?
Yeah, man. I think he's had an all right year.
All right, we'll do that. Um,
Jacob Little.
is Sam Verrills too high?
Well,
I think he
regarding
might
what
be.
happened there this year, and he was basically the hooker that took him to the second week. So
All right, we'll put him in there. We'll leave him there. I don't think we need to change anything else, man. I'm pretty happy with what we've done.
yeah, I'm just looking at that not that great section. I'm just trying to think between Little and Egan. Well, I'm not too sure.
I'm
Because
happy with them too. I think
focusing on
they're pretty much the same, aren't they?
yeah, I got to agree, man. It's a good list.
All right, I think that might do it, bro. I can't think of any other changes that we need to make. I think this is a very good list. I think we've done extremely well.
Yeah, bro.
CJ, mate, thanks for coming on the show tonight. I really
Thanks for having
appreciate
me
you
on.
coming on here, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate coming on to this channel, man. Thanks to the chat for being respectful, and it was a really good tier video, and I hope all of you enjoyed. Is it alright if I shout my YouTube channel out real quick, mate?
Yeah, bro, go for it.
So, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to my channel, CJ Moxley. It's much appreciated. I'm still getting new to all this YouTube stuff, so if I wasn't the best, I apologize, but it is what it is. And I hope you guys.
I'm going to leave a link in the description below. I haven't done it yet, but I will do it after this video is over.
Thanks, mate.
I think
Appreciate
that's
that.
pretty much it from us tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed everything that was said on the channel tonight. I hope the microphone here was good with the audio. Guys, I'm getting out of here. CJ, have a good night. Chad, have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for another tier list video. Until then, stay safe. See you guys in the next one.
Have a good night, you lads. See you, chat. See you, Nick. Have a good night, boys. Everyone enjoy.
Have a good night, lads.